I'm back on the trails again. Originally, I planned to make this video start out where the last one ended up, finishing the trail or the road to get to these trails. But it was all uphill, and I was huffing and puffing the whole time and couldn't talk. So I'll go ahead and do it now. I'm still trying to catch my breath. And I'll try and look in the camera a bit more this time. I had a pretty interesting experience yesterday. I had started a Facebook page, just kind of more exposure, be able to put pictures of myself up and stuff, and not be so self-conscious about it, which has helped a lot. But I met an old buddy of mine from the Navy on there, and that's how it kind of works on Facebook. You meet one person and then you meet their friends and so on. I ended up hooking up with quite a few of my friends from the Navy, and it turned out one of my old roommates lives right in the area here. And so he called me up and said, "Hey, I'll drop by for a visit if it's okay." And so that kind of surprised me, but he didn't really give me a lot of time to sit there and anticipate the visit. I was a bit nervous about it, but I didn't have days to sit there and be nervous about it, so that was pretty good. But had a really good talk. It was like I haven't seen him in 23 years, I think it's been. So it's been a long time. A lot had changed. Well, a lot had changed for him, not much had changed for me. I'm kind of still doing the same thing I was doing then. Sitting in my house. It was real foggy when I came out for this hike to begin with, but it's all kind of burned off now. That sucks. Oh well. Eye contact. That was the problem I was noticing the most while he was there, was because he's one of those type of people that is always giving you eye contact the whole time, and which just makes me even more self-conscious and harder for me to make that eye contact. But I kept trying. I just can't do it for very long because I start focusing and concentrating on keeping eye contact, and then I'm not paying attention to what they're saying. I have a hard time if somebody else is in my house, just sitting down and having a conversation with them without getting fidgety and having to get up and walk around, look out the window, or I even had my drink sitting over in the other room, so I'd have to occasionally get up and walk over there to drink it just to give myself something else to do. There were a few times when I started getting a little panicky and feeling a little lightheaded, but the majority of the time I was just enjoying myself and enjoying the conversation. Am I losing my dog here? Max! go. What are you doing? Got some problem? Great. Weird dog. Anyway, made me lose my whole train of thought. But he actually stayed there for quite a while. Normally, it doesn't take me too long to start trying to get rid of somebody. But I was actually enjoying the conversation quite a bit. Had a lot of catching up to do, of course. When he first called me up, he suggested we meet somewhere. Because he's about an hour and a half away from here. And I guess he was hoping I would drive halfway and meet him. And it's like, well, I can't do that. And I was self-conscious about that at first. But I just told him I don't have a car. And suggested he just come over to my house. He's like, well, we can go out and have lunch somewhere. And I was like, maybe we'll just order pizza here and stay at home. I wasn't quite ready to do, all the social thing and go out to some place and eat in a restaurant. Because going out to eat inside restaurants is still something I'm not all that great with. And it would have just been too hard to try and enjoy any conversation. But he was cool with that. And I did eventually explain to him, how I had ended up agoraphobic and not ever leaving my place or anything. Which, was kind of embarrassing too, but I'm trying to get over that embarrassment about it and not be so self-conscious. I'm not really looking in the camera much, am I? But at least I got the camera on me. I don't know why it's so hard. It's just a camera I'm looking at. It's not anyone's face. Just a lens. And I can't see. Okay, let's just try this. I'll just... See, now I can't think about what I'm trying to say. I don't know. I don't know if I'm ever going to get over that. When I would talk to him, he kept trying to face me and look in my eyes, and I'd kind of keep turning sideways and looking out the window or something. And just, I just can't seem to do it. I've been trying to work on it pretty much every time I'm talking with somebody, I'm sitting there trying to work on it. You know, look people in the eye more, but I'm not really sure why I can't do that. What it is I'm afraid of, but I can't seem to do it, as you're noticing, probably. It's getting kind of foggy in here. This battery's running out already. I need a new battery on this thing, I think. Gotta keep moving on this trail. Mosquitoes will eat you alive if you don't. Oops, see what I mean? But overall, I think, you know, it was a good exposure for me. And I think I did pretty well. There's a couple of other guys from my old squadron that live in this area. One of them's already contacted me on there, so I imagine I'll be doing this again before too long. I guess it is easier them coming over to my house than it is me going to their house. That's kind of been a problem for me this whole time, is some people don't like that idea that you never come to their house and they always have to come to your house to visit. And then when they do visit me, I'm acting like I want them to leave. It's not because I want them to leave, it's just, you know, after a certain period of time, I get so uncomfortable. You know, I just start fidgeting around, like I say, and pacing around the room, which, I mean, from their point of view, can't look too good. But I guess the answer is to just keep trying. You know, keep trying to socialize more with people till I get comfortable with it, I guess. But I don't know, I just, you know, I'm seeing all kinds of improvement with getting out of the house and going in public and not having panic. You know, and my overall anxiety level is going down a lot. But as far as being comfortable socially with people, I just can't seem to get the hang of it. Yeah, it's beautiful in here. It's all foggy. But I mean, I've gotten semi-comfortable with talking on the camera. And of course, when I started doing that, it was terrible. God, don't stop. And now it's gotten a lot easier. except for the looking in the camera lens part. We're still not getting that down yet, but we'll keep working on it. I do prefer the videos I make hiking around with my camera, because then I can occasionally turn the camera away from me when I start getting uncomfortable. If I'm doing my webcam in my living room there, kinda no escape. So that's a bit tougher to do. I need to do more of those though, just because they are tougher to do. And challenge myself more. But you know, it's not a sprint, it's a marathon. I just gotta take it slow and steady and keep going. You know, I'm not wanting to be, you know, Mr. Social or anything. I just would like to be able to have a friend over and sit there and have a conversation with them without it being some kind of exposure therapy. I can just kind of enjoy somebody's company. Not having to stress out all the time and being so self-conscious all the time. Well, practice makes semi-perfect. Well, this is going to start getting pretty long, so I guess I'll go ahead and stop it here. But thanks again for all the comments on my videos, and thanks for the support from everybody, because it really is helping me a lot, and I do appreciate it. And I'll go ahead and end this here. Bye.